Hi guys, welcome back to Griffin's Gaming Guide. Today we're going to go after another Devil May Cry 5 trophy, Secrets Exposed, where you need to clear all secret missions as Nero, Dante or V. This is a bronze trophy, also worth 30 gamer score. Now you're going to be able to find the 12 secret missions throughout the main missions that you're going to come to in Devil May Cry 5. And as the tutorial is going to show you here in Mission 2, all you need to do is simply stand on one of the red glowing spots on the floor and then line up the pentagram in order to be able to access the particular secret mission that you're after. Now obviously the first one, like I say, is all part of a tutorial in Mission 2, so it's very simple. All you need to do is simply line up the pentagram, like I say, by looking through the doorway and the wall. Then it's a simple case of killing all of the enemies that are in the mission, and you've got a minute 30 or less to do it in. Now, I will say, for these secret missions, it's going to be a lot easier, for the most part, if you've already completed the game on any difficulty, and then simply go through and retry for these secret missions on human difficulty, as the enemies in the secret missions scale to whichever difficulty you're on. So obviously, a minute 30 to kill a few enemies in a little area isn't all that bad on human difficulty, but on Dante Must Die mode, it's going to be near enough impossible. So play for on human difficulty after you've already completed the game. That way you'll have access to Nero's Devil Trigger. And I'd also highly recommend making sure that you've got all of your characters maxed out before going for these secret missions, as it will make life a lot easier. So as you can see here, we just defeated the last enemy, where we're going to complete the secret mission 1. That will then gift you a blue orb fragment, as does every other secret mission in Devil May Cry 5. So then for the next secret mission, we want to be in Mission 3. Make your way through the kind of outside area on the jump pads until you get inside in like the sewer section. Clear the first 2 blood clots, allowing you to go through this doorway, where ordinarily you go up and face off against the death scissors. This time, however, you want to drop down to the lowest level, just in this alcove in front of you. Now, it did take me a few seconds to actually find the glowing spot. I knew where it was, but for some reason it didn't line up. It is there. Just stand right in the entrance of the alcove and it will show up. And then look above you in order to be able to line up the pentagram. Now, Secret Mission 2 can be a bit of a pain, as you've got no time limit, but you've got 6 red Empusa enemies to defeat, which are kind of like the bug enemies with the red orb sack on their back. And the main problem in this fight is they're constantly trying to escape. This is one of the main reasons why I said earlier on in the guide, it's a good idea to complete the main game first, giving you access to Nero's Devil Trigger, as a simple activation of Devil Trigger will then pretty much enable you to completely wreck the red Empusa enemies. Now, the first 3 that appear aren't that bad, but the last 3 all appear at once and they scatter to different areas on top of the roof. So you need to get over there and deal with them as quickly as you can. Ensuring that you make good use of your Devil Breakers as well. A simple tap of L1 or LB, depending on what Devil Breaker you got. Obviously, as you can see there, I've got the Punchline one equipped. Can deal significant damage against these guys. So kind of have a little play around and see what works best for you. Once you've completed the secret mission, you'll then be gifted, as always, a blue orb fragment. You'll be able to access Secret Mission 3 in Mission 4, where you're going to be playing through as V. Just after the area where you first summon Nightmare, go over the railway bridge, then stay left rather than going through the building to start off with, where you're going to need to collect the Nidhogg hatchling out of the little kind of Nidhogg node that is sitting in. That's essential for this one. Once you've got the Nidhogg hatchling, then simply make your way through. Look at the large wall once you're down on street level with kind of like the blue lady who's got a skull and a candle next to her. Ensuring that you've got at least 3 bars of Devil Trigger. Press L1 or LB where you're going to summon Nightmare to smash through the wall. Now, you will also earn the Back Road trophy or achievement if you haven't done so already for Nightmare smashing through this wall. Then defeat all of the demons that spawn. Once you've done all of that, you need to jump over the wall that you've just had Nightmare smash through, and then go out of the right side exit, follow the path all the way around and collect the second Nidhogg hatchling in the level. Jump over the small wall in front of you, defeat the demons, then jump up to the balcony, jump over again where you're going to land back on street level, go forward and use the Nidhogg hatchling to your left. Then simply, there's a blue orb fragment in here as well, by the way. Ensure that you've collected that. Then you'll be able to use the second Nidhogg hatchling just over to your left. From here, you then want to jump all the way up to the top, where you're going to be able to stand on the edge of the building looking out through a smashed window, where you're going to be able to line up the pentagram and access Secret Mission 3. In Secret Mission 3, you're going to have 35 seconds to collect 20 red orbs. Now, I strongly recommend when you do this, obviously you're going to see it in the video in a second anyway, is to get the ones that are above you by simply double jumping and then gliding forward with Griffin. Again, having a maxed out V before you start doing any of these secret missions will greatly help you out. Now, in order to make this secret mission pretty much trivial, if you've got the quick play ability for V also unlocked, as soon as you gain a little bit of momentum, you'll basically just glide along the floor on top of Shadow, where you're going to be able to smash through all of the debris in the area that you're going to be faced with, making it so much easier to be able to collect all 20 of these red orbs. Once you have collected all 20 in 35 seconds or less, you're then going to have completed Secret Mission 3. For Secret Mission 4, you're going to need to be in Mission 5. Once you're in the warehouse, you want to go over the top of the white containers, where you're going to face your first kind of locked off fight where you need to defeat the demons in order to progress. Ensure that you've got at least 3 bars of Devil Trigger available. Drop down off the edge of the white containers and then look towards the yellow wall in front of you, where you'll be able to press L1 or LB to have Nightmare smash through the wall. Go through and then defeat all of the demons and then go up the stairs, which will be on your right side from where you came in. Now, Secret Mission 4 can be a bit of a challenge given the enemies that you're going to be facing and the requirements needed in order to be able to complete the mission itself. As quite simply, if any enemy hits you in any way, shape or form, you're going to automatically fail the mission. Now, if you manage to buy the promotion skill for Nightmare, you're going to save yourself a lot of hassle, as you can simply jump on top of Nightmare and kind of ride on his back whilst he goes around and takes out the majority of the enemies. Now, the Hell Anti-Nora enemies are what makes this such a challenge, as soon as they're knocked down flat, they'll get back up and charge at you with a very powerful counter-attack. Now, the power of the attack doesn't really matter, it's the fact that they'll charge at you and they won't actually swing for you until they're incredibly close. So you need to get very good at actually getting out of the way at the very last second to avoid being hit. Obviously, like I say, riding Nightmare means that the enemies won't be able to hit V, whatever they try and do anyway. So it's kind of keep your Devil Trigger up and then stay out of the way whilst you're waiting for your Devil Trigger to recharge. going in with fully maxed out character, again, kind of makes this one, I'm not going to say easy, but a damn sight simpler than what it would be if you were going in with an underlevel character. Provided you don't get hit and you take out every single enemy in the little arena that you're going to be in, you'll then have completed secret mission number 4. Right then, now we're going to move on to Secret Mission 5, which for me is one of my all-time worst secret missions. I cannot stand this secret mission. I think it's horrible, basically. But we need to get it done, so let's crack on with it, shall we? You need to be in mission number 8. Once you go up and through the second lava stream, you want to look off to your right, where you're going to see a couple of lanterns and a couple of platforms that you'll be able to jump onto. Do a double jump over to them, and then press R1 or RB to lock onto the orbs. Now, you're going to be doing a lot of this in a secret mission, so have a little bit of practice here if you need to. Shoot one of the orbs if they're a little bit of a struggle, and then press circle or B in order to grapple across the orb itself. You should be alright with this one, as you would have had a tutorial on it in mission 3 anyway. Then jump down, turn around once you're in the red glowing area, and then line up the pentagram by looking up. In Secret Mission 5, you're going to have 17 grapple orbs, which you need to navigate your way through without touching the ground once. Ensure that you're very good and very quick and accurate at looking at the orb with the camera. You need to kind of focus on it. Press R1 or RB, depending on obviously your console, and then shoot the orb in order to be able to then grapple the orb. Quickly move the camera onto the next orb, and rinse and repeat 17 times where you go across. Now at the end, you need to make sure that you land on the blue orb itself. If you land next to the blue orb fragment, you'll fail the mission, basically, because you would have touched the ground. As long as you actually land on the blue orb fragment, you'll be absolutely fine to complete it. Now, either practice it yourself or watch this video over and over again. Obviously, mute me. You don't need to hear me all the time. Just in order to be able to learn the course. Provided you press circle or B to grapple once you've locked on and shot the orb, it doesn't matter if it's a split second away from you touching the ground. Sometimes the animation takes a second to actually catch up with itself, even on PS5 or Xbox Series X. You need to be very, very quick and very, very accurate in order to be able to get through this course successfully. And once you've done so, you will then have completed Secret Mission 5, thankfully. Now for Secret Mission number 6, you're going to need to be in Mission 9. Continue through the mission until just after you can summon Nightmare, which will then smash through the wall you're going to see here, which will earn you the Eagle-Eyed Trophy or achievement if you haven't already got it. Then defeat all of the enemies that appear, ensuring that you've got at least 3 bars in your Devil Trigger, as you're going to need to summon Nightmare in order to be able to access the area where you're going to be able to find the pentagram to access Secret Mission number 6. So just use Shadow or Griffin and you'll be able to take these guys down soon enough. Once you've done so, look over to your left where you're going to see the arches, and then follow the area around to your left where you're going to be able to see a couple of Clyfoth roots, through which will be a blood clot. You need to focus the camera on the blood clot at the back of the area, where you're then going to be able to press L1 or LB to summon Nightmare, who will then appear smashing through the roots. You're then going to be able to go through, collect the first blue orb fragment that you see, and then jump up to the very back of the area on the highest point. Then it's a simple case of looking back the way you came and then lining up the pentagram in order to be able to access Secret Mission number 6. Which again, you're going to need fully maxed out characters in order to be able to complete, as you're going to have 20 seconds in order to defeat 1 Clyfoth Tentacle and 2 Hellcana enemies. Which might sound simple, but 20 seconds is nothing in this game whatsoever. And this, probably more than any other mission in the game, you need to be playing it on human difficulty. Depending on how many abilities Nightmare, Griffin and Shadow have got unlocked, Depends on basically the animations, and it's almost luck of the draw for this one, as you can't really control what abilities they do. I know they've got button presses and all the rest of it, but actually executing them and waiting for Shadow to either load up an attack or for Griffin to load up an attack, you'll probably have a much easier time getting this one done if you just simply button mash your way through it. And then ensure that you hold down R1 and circle, or R, B and B, in order to be able to take the last two enemies out. If you don't do so, if they're just in a mirage state, it won't be good enough. You need to actually destroy their mirage forms as well as their normal enemy forms. As for secret mission number 7, you need to be in mission 10, where you're going to be playing through as Dante. You want to make your way through the mission to where the Infernal Hellbat is introduced to you, and ensure you take down the enemies as quickly as possible, as the doorway you're going to need to get through, the one on the right, will close after a while. So you need to get a wriggle on and take the enemies down as effectively and quickly as possible. Once you've taken the enemies down and you've made your way through the door, you simply need to go up and around the section where you're going to be able to stand on the glowing area, then look up back the way you came in, line up the pentagram, then get ready for a very nasty, incredibly unbalanced secret mission that you're going to need to go through. Once you're in the secret mission, you're going to need to defeat one enemy, which is a Death Scissors, which doesn't sound all that bad. However, you can only hit the enemy once to defeat it, which means timing is of the essence. You need to stand and wait for the Death Scissors to try and attack you, and at the very, very last second, just before its attack connects, you then need to either press triangle or Y when you've got any of Dante's main weapons equipped, where you should just be able to stagger the Death Scissors. Now you'll know it's staggered because it will get a lot of red orbs around its upper body. Once done so, you then need to attack it with either a bullet, just simply equip Ebony and Ivory and shoot it, or for me, I managed to just hit it again with the Rebellion and took it out that way. But timing has got to be so precise. This one, for me, I failed this mission more than any other one in the game, as so many times I'd managed to stagger the Death Scissors, but then the red orbs didn't appear, or it just went straight through the stagger and the attack landed too soon or too late or anything like that. You need to be absolutely precise with your timing. But as always in these sort of things, practice does make perfect. You'll eventually get the feel for when the animation is going to connect from the Death Scissors attack. Literally, I can't stress it enough. The split second before those scissors hit you, you need to attack the enemy, hopefully where you're going to get a stagger, allowing you to finish it off in one hit. Any more than one hit, you'll automatically fail the mission. You'll have to start it again. Right, then, with Secret Mission 7 done, and very good job indeed if you manage to get that one done. We're then going to move on to Secret Mission 8, which you can find in Mission 11. Make your way through the mission itself until you're in kind of like the large building area, onto the black and white checkered floor. Drop down one level and smash the first blood clot that you come to. From here, you then want to jump back up onto the black and white checkered floor, and then double jump back up the wall that you just dropped down after you watch this building slide down. Once you're in the kind of secret room above you, you'll then be able to stand on the left side, line up the pentagram, and access Secret Mission 8. In Secret Mission number 8, you're going to need to maintain an S style rank throughout the entire thing while you take down all of the enemies. Now, quite simply, if you get hit in this one, it'll be an automatic fail and you'll have to restart the thing again, as getting hit drops your style rank down. Even if you were on a triple S rating, you're then going to be on an A rating at best, so avoid the attacks at all costs. Now, unfortunately, the enemy that's really going to stand in the way of this one are those Hell Antinora enemies. As soon as they're knocked down, they will then get back up and charge at you, where you're going to have to use very precise timing in order to be able to get out of the way of their cleavers. And obviously, to maintain an S style rank, if you're not all that familiar with it, you probably are by the time you've got this far, but just in case, simply mix up your attacks, use a good variety of weapons. You can turn auto assist on in the game options, which will then mix up your attacks for you. Ensure that you put a bit of firearm in there, obviously square or X to do so. You can use ebony and ivory, you can use anything else that you manage to pick up along the way. Give it a good bit of mix up and you should be able to maintain an S style rank throughout the entire mission. Right then, now it's going to be time for secret mission number 9, which you can find in main mission number 12. Now, before you start the mission, I strongly recommend that you've got the Cavalier weapon equipped, which you receive at the end of mission 11, the kind of motorcycle, if you're not familiar, as that's going to be pretty much essential to do so. Now, go through the mission, smash the blood clots, move the statue out of the way, which obviously will happen during the cutscenes, and then press up on the D-pad once you've dropped down and gone up these steps to enable your trickster stance. Run forward, take a double jump, then press circle or B in the trickster stance where you're going to be able to dash forward, stand on the glowing section, look up the way you just came in order to line up the pentagram. Now this secret mission could be a little bit tricky as you need to stay in the air for at least 15 seconds. Once the secret mission starts, I recommend that you pause the game and go into your game options and turn auto assist off. Press R2 or RT in order to equip the Cavalier weapon. Keep the trickster stance equipped as you might need it. Double jump up in the air and then just mash triangle or Y where you're going to be able to basically just turn the Cavalier around on itself a good few times. If you do get a little bit too close to the ground for comfort, simply press circle or B to dash with the trickster stance again towards an enemy where the attack on the enemy should just give you those extra few seconds in order to stay in the air. And obviously once you have stayed in the air for at least 15 seconds, you're then going to have completed secret mission number 9. Right, for secret mission number 10, you need to be in mission 14. Go through the mission until you've reacquired Griffin, Shadow and Nightmare, and then go through the large white doorway. You need to make your way down and smash both sets of blood clots in order to remove the Clifoth roots. Just behind the second blood clot on a small section will be the glowing red section that you actually need. Stand there, turn around, look up and then line up the pentagram. Now in secret mission number 10 it can be quite a difficult one, as if you touch the ground once you initially leave the platform that you're on, you're going to fail the mission. Even if you land directly next to the blue orb fragment, it'll be an automatic fail. You need to be able to get forward far enough in order to be able to actually land directly on top of the blue orb fragment in order to complete this secret mission. Now to do so, once you're in there, you want to take a running single jump off of the starting ledge and then press circle or B 3 times in order to propel yourself forward. Then press R1 on circle or RB and B to boost yourself forward using kind of like your cane teleport that you've got. And finally, hold R1 and cross or RB and A to glide forward with Griffin, providing it's been maxed out. You need to glide until you are just over the blue orb fragment, where if you're looking directly forward, it will disappear underneath your feet. You're then alright to drop down directly onto the fragment. Like I say, if you touch the ground, it's an automatic fail. You've got to land on top of the thing. Once you've done so, you'll then have completed the secret mission. Now, as for secret mission number 11, we need to be in mission 15. Now, before we actually start the mission, you need to make sure that on the pre-mission screen, you go in and buy as many Gabura, I think I'm saying that right, let's just move on, Devil Breakers as you can. If you've got a fully maxed out Nero, you'll be able to buy 8 of them. Make sure that you fill every single slot with a Gabura Devil Breaker, as you're going to need them later on. I'll get to that bit. Just make sure you get them equipped. It'll make things a lot easier later. Right, once you're all set with your Devil Breakers, go through the mission to the first Divinity statue that you're going to come to. Behind the Divinity statue will be a path leading down. Go down it, you'll be able to see the kind of way up that you're going to need to take in the cutscene, which will focus on the blue orb fragment. So we're going to make our way up to the ledge. where you're also going to be able to access secret mission number 11. Now, with the Gabera Devil Breaker equipped, if you press circle or B, you're basically going to propel yourself forward whether you're in the air or you're on the ground, which is just basically essential for getting all the way up the slopes that you're going to need to come to. Ensure that you take out the enemies, as pressing circle also grapples onto the enemies, making this, it can be a little bit disconcerting if you're halfway up or nearly at the top. Then all of a sudden Nero wants to grapple an enemy and you've got to start the ascent all over again. Now, given the amount of Devil Breakers that you're going to be able to find on the way up there that won't be able to propel yourself forward, this is the main reason why I say fill every single slot that you can with a Gabera Devil Breaker and ensure that you've got them all the way up. Don't press L1 or LB, as that will then basically use up the Devil Breaker that you've got, allowing you to pick up another one. Now you need to make your way up to the very top. Once you've done so, you then need to go around to your right into a small little cutout section where you're going to be able to then look up and access the secret mission number 11 by lining up the pentagram. Now I'm going to let this play out and then I'll talk you through it as we go through secret mission 11, as you need to be very, very precise in order to be able to actually go through the course and complete it successfully. Just ensure before you start secret mission 11 you've got at least one Gabera Devil Breaker left. If you have pressed L1 and LB a couple of times, it's not the end of the world, we can get past that. Just obviously try not to as you make your way up. I'll also show you how to access the blue ore fragment while we're up here as well, just because if you've only got to come up here once, fantastic. If you've got to come up here multiple times through multiple guides, it can end up becoming a potential headache. So here's how you get to, if you follow in my main guide for the physical perfection one, this is how you get to blue ore fragment number 27, I believe it is.
Presence. Something's here.
Right, and now we're in secret mission number 11. We need to be very, very quick and accurate as we make our way through it. So from the very start of it, you need to jump up to the ledge that's in front of you, double jump up again, turn around and kind of double jump across the gap that you're going to be faced with. If you've got enough momentum, you can press circle or B in order to use your Gabera Devil Breaker, landing on the higher ledge. From here, run up, take a left, jump up onto the ledge on your left, and then wait for the kind of two ledges opposite you just before they start to rise up. Jump across, jump up and go across again, pressing circle as you go to keep your momentum going. Land on the platform, grab your blue orb fragment, job done, secret mission 11's complete. Right, and now for the 12th and final secret mission in the game, you're going to need to be in mission 16, ensuring that you've got the Dr. Forced firearm equipped and that it's completely maxed out. Well, at least level 3. If you got it to level 4, fantastic. This one will be a walk in the park. Level 3 will suffice. Now, in order to access the secret mission number 12, you need to drop down 2 levels, taking out the enemies as you go, obviously, to where you're going to face 2 infernal drakes and a behemoth, kind of like the massive armoured enemies with the big tentacles that come out of their mouth. From here, you then need to run forward and jump down again into the cavern. Take out the enemies down here. Now this time you need to be careful, as rather than dropping down deep again, this time you need to jump over to the platform that's on your right, go through to the middle of the platform, then look down to your left, jump off to your left where you're going to land on another small platform, then press up to equip the trickster stance, where you're going to be able to double jump across the gap. Press circle or B with the trickster stance equipped, where you're going to be able to dash forward, land on the crumbling platform, then quickly run forward or jump forward and get off the platform. As if it falls, and well, if it comes away and you fall down, it's a restart of the mission in order to be able to access this one. From here, you then want to go through the tunnel and jump across to where you're going to find a white and green orb, turn around and then finally jump off to your right, where you're going to be able to land on a small ledge, upon which will be the glowing section you need to stand on. Turn around and line up the pentagram. You'll then be in secret mission 12, which, to be honest, is probably the easiest one out of the entire bunch. Simply press L2 or LT to equip the Dr. Forced weapon. Turn off the auto assist if needs be in your game options if you've got it on. Then press left on the D-pad in order to equip the gunslinger stance. Then it's just simply a case of going up to the red Impuser enemy, pressing circle or B once, where you're going to easily be able to acquire 800 or more orbs. You'll then complete secret mission number 12. And obviously, with all 12 secret missions completed, your secret exposed trophy or achievement will then unlock. Very well done for getting this one done. You'll also have collected 12 blue orb fragments along the way, giving you 3 lovely health bars in order to be able to get through the harder difficulties on the game a little bit easier. So guys, I'd just like to say thank you very much for watching. If you like what you see, please hit the like button. Let me know down in the comment section how you get on with the secrets, exposed trophy or achievement. Please ensure you subscribe to Griffin's Gaming Guides. After you subscribe, please hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our future Devil May Cry 5 content. I'll see you on the next one. Take care.